Good afternoon, everybody. It's once again Ted the Speed Learner, and I'm here to declare the winner of the video response wars this week, which happens to be me. And on this particular occasion, I'm going to be talking about Carly Rae Jepsen and her song Call Me Maybe. Now, I'm going to go through and read all the lyrics, but I do have the lyrics pulled up over here, and I'm going to give you my commentary on them. Okay. Now, I've heard of people, now when I was a kid, we used to have these fountains, and we used to have coins, we'd pennies, dimes, nickels, we'd throw them into the fountain, and we'd make a wish, okay? But in the olden days, they used to throw those coins into a well. Now, what was the well like, okay? This would be the type of well, it'd be placed up on a hill, they would dig a great big hole, it would collect rainwater, and then they send a bucket down there and collect the rainwater and pull it back up, and therefore you'd have water. Of course, with modern water systems, that's no longer an applicable case. Furthermore, if you're throwing coins like that, remember that coins in the olden days were made out of real copper and silver. So if you threw a coin down there, you were poisoning the water. Not a good idea. And this is where we get Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a pail of water. Okay, so this gal starts by talking about throwing a wish. How do you throw a wish? Explain that one to me. Okay, and she's doing this, and she doesn't want anybody to ask her why she's doing it. I would be asking her how she's doing it more than why she's doing it, because she's not going to tell anybody. Sounds like an emotional basket case to me, but okay. And then she says she is looking at somebody. She never specifies who the somebody is. Is this a guy? Is this a gal? Nobody knows. And then she declares that the person she's now looking at is in her way. If he's in your way, or she's in your way, tell him to get lost. And then she talks about trading her soul. If she knew how valuable her soul was, she wouldn't do that. And then she talks about pennies and dimes. She probably doesn't know the pennies were originally made out of copper and dimes were made out of silver. There you go. And she wants a kiss. She never specifies what kind of a kiss on the cheek, a forehead, or more romantic. She never specifies any of this. She says she wasn't looking for this. Okay, she is at a well making wishes. She is not looking for this? I don't think so. She probably was. She's probably at a party. And she probably wasn't throwing these coins in a well because there's not a whole lot of wells like that anymore. You'd have to practically live on a farm or know somebody who does live on a farm to find a well like this. She's probably at a fountain, not a farm, not a well. Okay. And once again, she says that this person is in her way. Well, tell them to get lost. The guy is staring at her, or gal, I'm not sure which. Never really specified. But if somebody is staring at me intently, I would get a little creeped out on that, unless I had talked to them first. Okay. Ripped jeans. Now, there are several possibilities about these ripped jeans. Number one, the guy is a hard worker and he doesn't make very much money, which could be an impoverished situation. Number two, the guy is a hard worker. He really is making a lot of money, which is kind of a good thing because it means that he is having these ripped jeans for a good reason, but he doesn't bother to change his clothes before socializing. Which means that even though he's a good hard worker, he's also a slob, and that's something you're going to have to deal with. Or three, he's a lazy son of a buck, and all he can afford is clothes out of the Goodwill. So you have to make the determination as to which one of those three scenarios you're dealing with. Now, I do know that clothing manufacturers make manufactured ripped jeans. They are ripped in a certain way so that it looks stylish and fashionable and whatever. But if that's not what you're dealing with real ripped jeans, and that could be a problem. Now, she mentions a hot and humid night and gusty winds. Now, if it's a hot and humid night and gusty winds, you got a possibility of a wildfire. Might want to check that weather forecast. Now, first of all, she says that this human being is in her way, and then she turns around and wants to know where this human being is going because he's starting to leave. Which is it? You want this person to go or you want him to stay? Make up your mind. That's fickle. Okay. She has never seen this person before, but she is getting ready to give this person her telephone number. Can we say identity theft here? She has become a prime candidate for identity theft. I wouldn't do that. I'd get to know the person first before I give them my phone number. But hey, what do I know? It's not my bank account. Apparently this gal is into guys because she has other guys that are pursuing her. Okay? Did she check out these other guys? Did she get to know them? What? They just didn't get to her level of relationship, whatever. I don't know. So instead of socializing with those guys and trying to figure out whether one of those might be a suitable candidate, she goes after this guy she barely knows and gives him her phone number. Again, identity theft. Okay. This guy that she's hardly ever known doesn't immediately call her back. We again say identity theft. He's probably out spending her money right about now. But she has fallen head over heels with him. Even though he has given her nothing. You know what? The guy's a loser. Time to get lost. Get over it and go on. If he's still in your way, even though he's giving you nothing, you need to really think about your sanity at this point. She is borrowing money and now even going as far as stealing money to see if she can get into this relationship. It ain't worth it. She has foresight. I bet she doesn't even know what foresight is. She's standing there giving a complete stranger her telephone number, getting her really in danger of being an identity theft, and she talks about, yeah, you get the picture here. She didn't know what she would feel. Right. She was out socialized. She did know. She just wants to deny it. And now her feelings are in her way. You know what? You need to get alive, kid. Again, he's staring at her. And then she's saying it's hard to look right at him. You know what? When your future life is being planned at that moment, you get the strength and you look at him. How can you miss somebody if they haven't been in your life yet? That's a contradiction in terms. Basically, this is another wine song. I know I covered this in the song Beautiful, but this is yet another wine song. This is a teenage puppy love wine song. Only the thing is, in this particular one, you now have the threat of identity theft. Yeah. Real brains here. I have another video, and it's called Wildfire. I'd like for you to watch that. Once you watch that, you'll know how... Yeah. This is about as brain dead as you get for the song. Whew. Do I make all my points crystal clear? I hope so. Anyway, I will tell you more in a future video, so stay tuned.